Hey guys, Flip here and today, oh fuck me. Like surprisingly I don't like being negative about this game and this will probably be the last negative video I make for a while. But like character after character after character, we've just had disappointments. Yoimiya, horrible. Sayu is literally unplayable in combat. Raiden is great but can only be used on like 3 team comps. Sarah's a literal waste of your time unless she's C6. And then, look at me. Now, Thoma. In my opinion, one of the most pointless characters in the game, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, you can play Thoma endgame to an extent and see his scalings, and well, he's bad. He's so bad. I think he might actually be worse than Kokomi, like deadass. He does nothing. Kokomi can at least carry Thrilling Tales and use 4 Millilith. What does Thoma do? Nothing. He's bait! Hook, line, and sinker. Holy shit. Like, number one, we don't need any more Pyro characters. Just seal this element until Natlin. Bennett provides amazing utility, giving literally everything in his kit except shielding. Hu Tao is the best single target DPS in the game. And then Jiangling shits on most other DPSs for being a free 4-star that can imbue snapshotting and elemental reaction procs. There is almost zero way that these characters can be power crept in any way, and you would think that this is a good thing, but the problem is that if all the upcoming Pyro characters can provide the same utility as these characters here, there is zero point in using them. Like, why on earth would I ever use Yuanfei or Yoimiya besides aesthetic, when they don't come anywhere close to a character like Jiangling, who's free and easier to build. Whereas in, let's say, the Cryo element, there's an argument for using Ayaka even when Ganyu exists, as both of them are exclusive characters and can have drastically different team comps, whereas almost all Pyro DPS share the same supports on their best teams, so all Pyro DPS mostly play the same, which is again why I don't think that we should get any more Pyro characters for a while until we get more supports that Pyro DPS can utilize. So, Mihoyo decides not to make a Pyro DPS this time, but instead a Pyro Shielder, which is a horrible fucking idea. So, Thoma is a shielder that scales with HP, and right, don't get me wrong, his shield is pretty strong, but no team currently needs it at all. And I know some people might point to me and be like, why is Zhongli such a strong character then? Okay, let me explain. The reason why Zhongli being a shielder is strong is because it also decreases elemental and physical res and enables Geo Resonance, which is broken and can be paired with Albedo to make strong double Geo supporting comps. As well as the fact that he can be paired with Noelle or Ningguang to enable Geo res for them, so that's why Zhongli being a shielder is so good. So, Thoma theoretically should be good because he enables Pyro res, right? Fuck no. Bennett exists who enables Pyro res for every Pyro DPS except Hu Tao, who doesn't really need it. And by the way, I'll touch more on Hu Tao in a bit, so stick around for that. But in most cases, if you want the Pyro res for Pyro DPS, you use Bennett, then your complementary Jingqiu and a VV character, or Fisher for an overweight comp. So there's no need to adjust, as Thoma will literally provide nothing for your Pyro team. In fact, let me roll a clip from my stream over at twitch.tv/flipmeac, where the 2.2 livestream hard baited me about a piece of Thoma's kit. They said he gives a Pyro damage bonus. Wait, Frost. Wait, where does it say he gives a Pyro damage bonus in game? Because on the stream they didn't. What the fuck? He doesn't. They listen. Wait, they scammed. They scammed us. I've been thinking this whole time he would have given a Pyro damage bonus, so mono Pyro teams.
First, not only does Thoma protect his party members with his shield, but he also provides extra Pyro damage for the active character. Yeah, and with the...
No, from that wording... from that wording, what the fuck else was I supposed to think? What else are people supposed to think? What was that wording? So yes, Thoma provides nothing for a Pyro DPS, but what about outside of that? Let's say he can pair with Bennett to be similar to the Albedo and Zhongli support duo. I wish, but absolutely not, for 2 simple reasons. First, Pyro res is a nice bonus, but it isn't as crucial as Geo res, so there's no real need to push for it. Second, Bennett is just simply so good at supporting that Thoma's shield becomes redundant when Bennett makes all of your characters basically immortal. So it is wasted mitigation when you can just run an off-field DPS and simply just push out more damage. So Bennett and Thoma is a pretty dumb duo, and Thoma's capabilities as a support is horrible as the only thing he offers is a strong shield when there is no current need for a strong pyro shield, and on top of this he can't replace Zhongli on almost any team where another Geo is in it because you lose Geo Res, which if you can't tell is a very bad idea. Even moving on from the idea of a shielder, Thoma can't really do anything else. If you want to use Thoma as a pyro DPS for some reason, even though you could just choose with the whole soccer team that miHoYo is building, Thoma has everyone's best friend ICD, meaning that him as a DPS is completely just not viable, as he doesn't proc that much reaction, so paired with Child as an enabler, he will very rarely proc Vaporize, so it just isn't worth the resources, and instead, you should funnel those resources into Zhangling. And speaking of funneling shit, bro! What the fuck is man's burst cost? How do you make a shielder revolve around his burst, but make it ridiculously difficult to get full uptime on his burst? You 100% need to run a Favonius Lance on him and stack a shit ton of ER subs, because for some reason miHoYo just completely forgot to make a sacrificial lance, which would have been amazing on him, but even then it would only absolve one of his issues. Yeah, okay. I think I've ripped into this character enough. Let's talk about his only current use in this game, and that is in a Hu Tao team. But let me put that on hold one more time so I can rant for a bit. I just fucking hate it how for so much of the Inazuma characters they are restricted to a dumb niche or have such a weird kit that they only fit in like 1 or 2 teams. Thoma and Hu Tao seems fine, but no one is using Thoma on that team because he offers something unique to the team or his kit makes Hu Tao stronger. The only reason to use Thoma is so you can swap Pyro, which Amber on 4 instructors can do just as well and maybe even better, but you just lack a shield, which I don't think is that crucial for Hu Tao, as she's always almost in an iframe and Jingcho provides decent enough mitigation for players that can dodge well. Thoma Swirl is purely and only for comfort. Theory crafters are still testing how good Thoma and Hu Tao is and the optimal rotations, but just keep in mind when using Kazu, you want to infuse your Kazu zone with Hydro, otherwise you'll have too much Pyro and your Vapes will be uber fucked. And also, if your resident Hydro femboy isn't C6, then it isn't recommended that you pair them together. I think that's all I have to say. Thoma is just another disappointing character that adds nothing really to the game, and I just can't really get angry anymore. 2.3 is coming out and it's just dick, so I'm not really interested in any of the upcoming characters at all, and 2.2 currently feels a bit weird, but I'm done being negative on the game and hopefully Ito isn't as disappointing as these past few characters. But to be fair, I won't pull regardless because I just kind of want to make my current characters as strong as possible. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe and comment on what your thoughts are on Thoma, as I'd love to hear them and I respond to almost every single comment. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, no stamps. New hoes, 10 toes, new guac in the bands. New whip, new chips, new kicks.